Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Jerome Strickland channel. Glad to have you back today. Glad to feel your spirit today. I'm just back with another video. Hope y'all liked my last video. I decided to do another one like this. I'm not going to talk to y'all long today. I'm going to talk to y'all for a few minutes. Today I want to talk about what one may perceive or see as the Holy Spirit. Now, this is a very touchy subject. A lot of people have their views and they have their teachings or religious beliefs on this. Well, I want to talk about the religious version of the Holy Spirit and the real Holy Spirit. The religious version, there is a religious version of the Holy Spirit, and then there's the real Holy Spirit. And I'm just going to give my take on it. I'm not here to knock anybody's teaching or debunk anybody or anything like that. I'm just here to give my view on it. And what I believe is the Holy Spirit is a vibration and a frequency that is in connection with Source or God or the universe. Once you get into the same vibration, and that once his vibration get in you, his frequency is vibrating through you, you have the Holy Spirit. Because you are in the frequency of God. You are vibrating God's vibration. And the vibration of the love frequency, the vibration of the love frequency is the closest frequency to God. Because as you probably have heard or understand that God is love. So in order to be close to God or in his frequency, you must be in the love frequency. Now let's talk about the religious version of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. I'm not here to say that they don't have. I'm not. You're not supposed to say who don't have those. I'm not going to do that. But what do you see when you go to church and somebody catch the Holy Spirit? They start jumping around, falling all out on the floor. Something in most of the Southern Baptist, Southern Pentecostal churches, you see this, and they seem to be overcome with emotion. And what does the other people in the church say? Oh, he caught the Spirit. He caught the Spirit, like the Spirit was flying by and they reached up and caught it. No, I believe the Spirit is within you, which is God within you, and it is a vibration and a frequency that you must get in and must allow to get within you. And there's a frequency of God. There's a frequency of the love vibration. Once you get in that frequency and that frequency gets in you, it is my belief that that is the Holy Spirit, the God frequency, the God vibration. And what does that mean? What does that mean to be to have God's frequency within you? That means you ain't worried about nothing in this life. You ain't overly concerned about everything going on in this life. You are more concerned about spiritual things and learning who God is within, who the God within is, and getting in that love frequency and letting that love frequency get in you. And love frequency doesn't mean you go around letting people walk all over you. It doesn't mean you let people talk to you any kind of way. It doesn't mean you let people take advantage of you. The love frequency is you basically staying away from any other negative frequency. And you staying in, this world is like I said many times before, this world is like playing a game. What I mean by that is it's constantly trying to get you in a low frequency. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. I'm the kind of person, I try to be a friendly person. And last night I stopped in the Waffle House. And I just, you know how you just walk in, I sat at the little table in there. And the waitress, for a long time, and I wish I had recorded this, act like she didn't even see me. And then, or you could be walking with somebody, or walking next to somebody, they acknowledge them, but they act like you don't exist. Or you can walk past somebody, and they just look the other way. And I realize it's a play on your frequency, trying to make you get into a negative vibration by making you feel like a nobody, making you feel like you're invisible. And maybe you are invisible then, because many times in this matrix system, there are just background people out there. So, but anyway, the example I wanted to get is how this matrix system tries to constantly get you in a low frequency or in the wrong emotion. You're constantly fighting the wrong emotion. But to have the Holy Spirit is to stay away from those emotions, is to overcome those emotions and stay centered and balanced. And to stay, when you stay centered and balanced and stay in the love frequency, you are close to God. You are close to the universe. You're close to Source. You're close to the one that is sustaining all of this. You think all of this, just think about, look around you. You think all of this is sustaining itself? I mean, the day, the night, the trees, the sun, the moon, all of this. You think all of this is sustaining itself? The truth is that it's not sustaining itself. Someone is sustaining it. Something is sustaining reality. And so that's what you got to know. You have to know this, because to believe that nothing is sustaining this, and to just go through your life and just not be any type of spiritual person is, I don't see how you can do it. All you have to do is look around you. All you have to do is be observant. And the game is, you have to recognize your emotions. Recognize when something's trying to make you get into a negative emotion. And to avoid all negative emotions. Now, I'm not saying you're going to just avoid every negative emotion. There's going to be times when you're going to get angry. There's going to be times when you feel anxiety. There's going to be times when you feel lonely. There's going to be times when you feel even afraid. But do not stay in those emotions. If you only allow one emotion to rule your life, if you only allow one emotion to rule your life, and that is the emotion of love, regardless of what this world is throwing at you. If this world is making you feel like a nobody, if this world is trying to make you angry, if this world is trying to frustrate you, if this world is trying to provoke jealousy in you, if this world is trying to make you feel inadequate and unworthy, if this world is throwing all of this, that is the object of the game. You, to keep the Holy Spirit within you, to keep the God's Spirit within you, you must not allow yourself to go into any of these emotions, but stay only one emotion should rule your life. And that emotion is love. That emotion is love. And it's hard because the power of manifestation, the true power of manifestation, the true power of law of attraction is love in the heart. And it's keeping that love in your heart. I made a video about this a long time ago. But you see, you got this religious version of I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's different from my version. I'm not saying their version is wrong. I'm just saying it's different from my version. It's different from the way I see it. I see being close to God is having the love of God in your heart. Not only jumping around, rolling around the floor like you're on fire or whatever, and all of this, and just getting really just in an emotional fix. And that's why a lot of people even go to church. They get an emotional fix. They're getting a upliftment fix, and some people take it home with them. And the thing is, it's like the seed. You know, you throw a seed like this word right here. What I'm giving you is a seed, and some people are going to hear this video, and it's going to fall on stony ground. It's going to be like, yeah, okay, and they're going to go on about their business. Then some people are here and they'll resonate with it a little bit. They're like, okay, and then it'll take a little bit of root. Okay. Then there are some people that are going to hear this and it's going to change their lives. And it's going to help them. And that's what this is all about. So I have two versions. When I look at I see two versions. I see the religious version, the mainstream religious version, what the preachers are preaching in the pulpit. And I'm not here to knock no preacher or nothing like that. I knock no religion. But what I'm saying, what I see, what they talk about, and what I see is two different things. And all I'm here to do is express to you what I see. And I believe that the Holy Spirit is a frequency and a vibration that is the same frequency and vibration of God. And if you stay in that God is love, and love is to avoid any or to stay or to live or to wallow in any kind of negative emotion, whether it be anger, jealousy, even loneliness and frustration, and not allowing yourself to be overcome by negative. There's a lot of people in prison. There's a lot of people in mental institutions. There's a lot of people in bad situations simply for one reason and one reason only. They were overcome by negative emotion. They were overcome by even stuff like greed and arrogance. All of these negative emotions, it seems like I don't know how many negative emotions, but only one positive emotion. And that one positive emotion is the emotion of love. So you got love over here, and you got all of these negative emotions over here. And you in the middle. You got love right here, and you got these negative emotions that are trying to, like the little man, like the little ghost on Pac-Man. They're trying to eat you, and you trying to stay in this vibration, and they're trying to eat you. And so, when you wake up in the morning, do you notice how things hit you, whether it be in traffic, whether it be on your job, whether it be little stupid stuff happening around your house? Everything gets you frustrated and negative emotion. And I'm not saying that you can't avoid things coming at you, but you can avoid how you react to them. You can't avoid people treating you like a nobody. You can't avoid people cutting you off in traffic. You can't avoid people being rude to you and saying out the way stuff to you. You cannot avoid that, but you can control how you react to it, and how you transform it in your heart and mind, and knowing that what it is a negative, is trying to pull this negative energy, and the more negative energy is pulled out of you, the polarity of this world turns into a negative. There is some sort of frequency in this world. You can call it the devil, whatever you want to call it. It's trying to pull negative emotion, especially out of the light being. It's trying to pull negative emotions out of you. And you in a constant battle, in a constant fight, to not allow yourself to fall into these negative emotions. to keep God in your heart, to keep the love frequency in your heart is a fight. And it's hard every day. This is why when you wake up, the second you wake up, you have to prepare yourself for spiritual warfare. You have to prepare yourself before you leave your house for spiritual battle. You have to sit down and take at least 5 to 10 minutes and prepare yourself. Because there's so many people go out in that world all giddy and laughing, saying it's going to be a great day and all this other stuff, and then they get blindsided by the spiritual warfare because they're not prepared. That's why you should take up your whole armor. You take up your whole armor. You put on your whole armor. In other words, what I believe is saying, you get ready for spiritual warfare. You always got to be ready for spiritual warfare. In the way this world is, spiritual warfare is a frequency and a vibrational war going on. It's trying to. You got one side of this polarity, this matrix, this reality trying to pull you into negativity, and then you got this other side where you're trying to stay in the bosom of God, stay in the bosom of the love frequency of Source, and you're trying to manifest things, and you're trying to use the law of attraction and do things like this. And if you are in any of these negative emotions, you cannot manifest anything, or you can manifest very little. If you are in these negative emotions, you cannot use the law of attraction. This negative emotions is the greatest hindrance to the law of attraction than anything else. If you stay in a high vibration and a high frequency and stay in the love frequency, that is the Holy Spirit within. And that's what I believe it is. And like I said, I go to some of these religious places and I see the people, quote unquote, catch the Holy Spirit. And in my mind, I'm like, what is that? What is this person doing? Why is this? And then I'm not saying that these people don't have the Holy. What I'm saying is, you see people up there crying and blubbering and all this other stuff, and you see them crying and you know they have different reactions. And to me, it looks like the people are just simply overcome with emotion. They're just simply overcome with emotion. When somebody, I've been in church and sitting next to someone that caught the Holy Spirit, and I can feel their emotion rising as the preacher's saying. He's probably preaching something, or he's causing, by the inflection of his voice, he's causing the person to become emotional. And if you notice, most of the time it's a woman. It is. Most of the time it's the woman that gets overcome, because women are emotional creatures. Women are emotional people. But a man is more of a logical thinker. You got the emotional woman and the logical man sitting in the same church, and they hear the same thing. Which one you think gonna quote unquote catch the Holy Spirit? The logical thinking man or the emotional woman? The emotional woman. And many of these people, that's the way they preach. They preach to get you more or less in emotion. And I'm not saying a lot of the stuff some of the stuff they say. A lot of these preachers are preaching basic spiritual laws and spiritual principles, universal laws and principles, and they put their religious stamp on it. That's like putting one thing in a box, but putting another stamp, another label on the box. They speak spiritual laws and they speak universal principles and things like that, and then they package it into their religious denominational package. But that's another video. But so what I mean, if you really want the Holy Spirit to be within you, if you really want God to be within you, stay in the love frequency. And how you stay in the love frequency is you meditate and you speak to the universe, you speak to God, and you stay in the love frequency and don't allow yourself to go You must pay attention to your own feelings. Pay attention to your own emotions. Pay attention to your own thoughts. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to what's going on within you, and pay attention to what's going on outside of you. Because they say, so within, so without. If you get in a high frequency and high vibration, no matter what this world is throwing at you, your reality has got to change. Because you are staying in a high vibration. You are staying in a high frequency. And you are allowing the Holy Spirit to work within you. And the only way He can work, only way the Holy Spirit can work within you is if you stay in a high frequency and a high vibration. The only way you're going to use the law of attraction and manifestation is you stay in a high frequency and a high vibration. And so the war, the fight, the contest, the game, whatever you want to refer to it as, is simply this. It's simply this. Don't allow yourself to go into a negative emotion. So I try to keep these videos right at 20 minutes. So I'm about to end it now, but I just wanted to make another quick video and send it out to y'all and see what y'all think about it. Hit like and subscribe. Alright. See y'all later.